My friends, I know the road has been long. I know the nights have felt endless, the storms have raged, and the weight of the world has pressed heavy upon your shoulders. You have prayed, you have cried, and you have wondered if the victory will ever come. But hear me today. The battle is almost over. God has seen your struggle. He has counted your tears. He has watched as you fought through the trials, refusing to give up, even when giving up seemed like the only option. And now, in this very moment, I declare to you, God is bringing you through. Every setback was a setup for your comeback. Every tear watered the seeds of your breakthrough. Every hardship built the strength within you that will carry you forward. You were not abandoned. You are being prepared. Just like Joseph, who was betrayed, thrown into a pit and locked in a prison, God was setting him up for the palace. Just like David, who was overlooked, chased, and hunted, God was preparing him to be a king. And just like them, your struggle is not the end of your story. So stand firm, keep believing, keep pressing. The finish line is near. The victory that God promised is on its way. You are stepping into a season of restoration, of healing, of abundance. The pain you endured will pale in comparison to the blessings that are coming. Don't lose heart now. You didn't come this far to quit. You have been tested, but now comes the triumph. God is faithful and He is bringing you through. Life is full of battles and the journey can often feel overwhelming. You may have faced seasons of struggle where the weight of challenges seemed unbearable. Perhaps you have walked through storms that tested your strength, leaving you exhausted and wondering if you could endure another day. The road has not been easy. And there were moments when you felt alone in the fight, but despite the difficulties, you kept pushing forward, believing that somehow, some way, things would change. In the midst of your trials, it is important to recognize that your pain has not gone unnoticed. Every tear you have shed, every silent prayer you have whispered, and every moment of despair has been seen by God. You were never forgotten, and your struggles were never in vain. Sometimes it may have seemed as though the answers to your prayers were delayed, but in reality, God was working behind the scenes, orchestrating things in your favor. The hardships you faced were not meant to break you, but to shape you into the person you are meant to be. Throughout history, we see examples of those who endured seasons of suffering before stepping into their purpose. Joseph was betrayed by his own brothers, falsely accused and imprisoned, yet his story did not end there. David, anointed to be king, spent years running for his life before he finally took his rightful place. Their struggles were not signs of abandonment, but of preparation. Just as God was with them, He is with you. Every battle, every setback, and every hardship has been molding you, strengthening you, and positioning you for something greater. Now, as you stand on the verge of breakthrough, it is crucial not to lose heart. The battle you have been fighting is almost over, and God is bringing you through. What seemed impossible is about to shift in your favor. The pain, disappointment, and struggles of yesterday will pale in comparison to the blessings that are ahead. You have come too far to quit now. Hold on, keep believing, and trust that God's timing is perfect. Victory is near, and soon you will step into a new season of restoration, joy, and abundance. There have been moments in your life when you felt invisible, as if no one truly saw the depth of your pain. The nights have been long, filled with silent tears and prayers that seem to go unanswered. You may have wondered if anyone truly understands the weight of what you have been carrying, but even when it felt like no one noticed, God did. Every sleepless night, every whispered prayer, and every moment of sorrow, He was there, watching over you. God has seen your struggles, and He has never left your sight. Even in the moments when you felt abandoned, when it seemed like everything was falling apart, He was still working. Sometimes it's easy to believe that silence means absence, but God's silence is often a sign that He is preparing something greater. Just because you don't see the answer right away doesn't mean He isn't moving. His presence has been with you in every battle, every heartbreak, and every challenge you have faced. Think about the times when you felt like giving up, but somehow found the strength to keep going. That wasn't by accident. It was God's hand lifting you up. The times when you thought you wouldn't make it, yet you did, were reminders that He was carrying you through. You were never truly alone, and you never will be. His love has sustained you, and His grace has been covering you even when you didn't realize it. So take heart and find comfort in this truth. God sees you, He knows your pain, and He cares deeply for you. Your suffering has not gone unnoticed, and your faithfulness has not been forgotten. The battle may have been long, but it will not last forever. God is with you, and He is bringing you through. Hold on, because your breakthrough is near. There are moments in life when trials seem relentless, testing every ounce of strength and faith you have. You may wonder why you are facing so much difficulty, why doors seem to close, or why the journey feels harder for you than for others. But understand this: your trials are not meant to destroy you. They are designed to refine you, strengthen you, and prepare you for something greater. Just like gold is purified in fire, your challenges are molding you into the person God has called you to be. When we look at the lives of those who came before us, we see a pattern. Great destinies are often preceded by great struggles. Joseph had a dream of greatness, but before stepping into his purpose, he was betrayed by his own brothers, thrown into a pit, and unjustly imprisoned. Yet every setback was a setup for his destiny. Without the pit, he would not have reached the palace. Without the prison, he would not have walked into his position of power. David was anointed to be king, yet instead of an easy path to the throne, he spent years running for his life. He was hunted, rejected, and forced into hiding. But through every hardship, he developed the strength, courage, and wisdom needed to lead a nation. His struggles did not disqualify him. They prepared him. What seemed like a delay was actually God's way of equipping him for the responsibility that was coming. Your trials are no different. The challenges you face are not signs of failure. They are proof that you are being positioned for something greater. What may feel like rejection is actually redirection. What seems like a setback is simply God's way of setting you up for a greater testimony. Do not let the struggle convince you that you are forgotten. Instead, recognize that every difficulty is a stepping stone toward the destiny God has planned for you. Hold on. Because just like Joseph and David, your story is not over. Your trials are shaping you for the victory that is coming. There are times when the battle feels endless, when exhaustion sets in, and when doubt begins to whisper that maybe it's time to give up. You have fought tirelessly, believing for a breakthrough, but the waiting has been long and the road has been rough. In these moments, it's easy to wonder if all the effort has been in vain. But let me remind you, you are closer than ever to your breakthrough. The very fact that the battle has intensified is a sign that victory is near. The enemy always fights the hardest when he knows his time is almost up. Faith is not just about believing when things are easy. It's about holding on when everything around you suggests otherwise. It's about standing firm in the face of uncertainty, declaring that even if you don't see the answer yet, you know it's coming. God has not brought you this far just to leave you. If He has sustained you through the storm, He will surely bring you through to the other side. You have already overcome so much, and the finish line is within reach. Perseverance is the key to unlocking the promises God has for you. There is power in persistence, in refusing to let go even when the weight of the world tries to pull you down. Think about the stories of those who endured before you, those who pressed on despite the obstacles, who refused to let their circumstances define their destiny. Every great victory in history was won by someone who chose to keep going when everything in them said to stop. Your journey is no different. You have come too far to turn back now. The prayers you have prayed, the tears you have cried, and the battles you have fought were not for nothing. You are stepping into a new season, a new breakthrough, a new victory. Keep pressing forward. Keep believing. Keep trusting. The race is almost won, and when you cross that finish line, you will look back and see that every hardship, every struggle, and every sacrifice was worth it. Your moment of breakthrough is coming. Don't give up now. When the weight of your struggles feels unbearable, when the road ahead seems unclear, and when you question whether pressing forward is even worth it. You have been fighting for so long, holding on to faith even when nothing seemed to change. It's in these moments of weariness that many people give up, just when they are on the verge of their breakthrough. But you must remember this: the darkest hour comes just before the dawn. Right when you think you cannot take another step, that is when you must push forward the most. Breakthroughs don't happen in comfort zones. They are born in moments of endurance, in the times when you feel like quitting but choose to stand firm instead. Think of a seed planted deep in the soil. It remains buried in darkness before it ever sees the light of day. But beneath the surface, it is growing, taking root, and preparing for the moment it will break through. Your life is no different. You may feel hidden, overlooked, or stuck in a place where progress seems slow. But what you don't see is that God is preparing you beneath the surface. Every trial, every test, every delay has been strengthening you for what is ahead. Faith is not just about believing in good times. It's about trusting when there is no evidence, when circumstances seem impossible, and when you feel like you are running on empty. It's about standing firm in the face of uncertainty and declaring, even if I can't see it, I believe it. Even if I don't feel it, I know God is working. This kind of faith moves mountains. It turns obstacles into opportunities and challenges into stepping stones. The greater the battle, the greater the testimony. Perseverance is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who stop short of them. Many people give up because the process is hard, but nothing great has ever come without persistence. The most successful people in life, whether in faith, career, or purpose, are not the ones who never struggled, but the ones who refused to let their struggles define them. They kept moving forward despite setbacks. They refused to allow temporary pain to stop them from reaching permanent victory. Right now, you are closer than you think. The finish line is not as far as it seems. Imagine a runner who is exhausted in the final stretch of the race. If they stop running now, they will never experience the joy of victory. But if they push through the fatigue, they will realize that their breakthrough was just a few steps away. You are in that final stretch. Keep moving, keep believing, keep pressing forward. Your victory is near, and soon you will look back and realize that every hardship, every moment of doubt, and every challenge you faced was leading you to something greater. Do not give up now. Your breakthrough is right around the corner. Think about a building under construction. In the beginning stages, it looks messy, incomplete, and far from the final design. But the architect already knows what the finished structure will look like. The same is true for your life. Right now, you may see only scattered pieces, but God, the master builder, sees the masterpiece in progress. He is still working. He is still shaping, molding, and preparing you for what He has promised. Every challenge, every lesson, and every season is part of the process leading to the fulfillment of His plan. So do not lose heart. Do not allow frustration to make you walk away from the promise before it comes to pass. God's timing is perfect and His plans are flawless. What He started in you, He will complete. If you keep trusting, keep believing, and keep moving forward, you will see the promise unfold before your very eyes. There is no failure in God. What He has spoken will come to life, and when it does, you will look back and see that He was faithful every step of the way. Hold on. Your promise is on the horizon. Hold on to faith, even when everything around you tries to shake it. Faith is not just about believing when things are easy. It is about standing firm when things seem impossible. It is about trusting in what you cannot see and believing in what you cannot yet touch. Life may have thrown obstacles in your path, but faith allows you to see beyond the present struggles and into the future victory. No matter how difficult the battle has been, faith reminds you that God is still in control. Even when you feel weak, His strength is made perfect in your weakness. Even when you feel lost, He is guiding your steps. Do not let temporary circumstances rob you of the faith that will carry you through. Stand firm in the face of adversity. The storms of life may rage and the winds of difficulty may blow, but those who stand firm will not be shaken. The enemy wants you to give up, to walk away, and to believe that this battle will never end. But the truth is, the battle is almost over, and you are closer to victory than you realize. You have come too far to turn back now. Everything you have endured has prepared you for this moment. You have grown stronger, wiser, and more resilient through the struggles. What once seemed impossible is now within reach. Keep standing, keep holding on, and refuse to be moved by fear, doubt, or discouragement. Trust in God's timing even when it feels like things are taking longer than expected. The process may seem slow, but every step has been necessary. Sometimes delays are divine setups for something even greater. What you perceive as a setback might actually be a season of preparation. God's timing is never late. It is always perfect. If He has promised you victory, then victory is what you will receive, but it will come at the right time, in the right way, and in a manner that brings Him glory. Do not rush the process, and do not let impatience make you step outside of His will. Trust that what God is doing in your life is worth the wait. Walk forward with confidence, knowing that what lies ahead is greater than what you have left behind. You are stepping into a season of breakthrough, restoration, and new beginnings. The hardships of yesterday will not compare to the joy that is coming. The battle may have been intense, but the victory will be even greater. Hold your head high, walk with boldness, and declare that you are more than a conqueror. This is not the end. This is the beginning of something incredible. Keep moving forward because your battle is almost over and your victory is at hand.